The second quarter GDP numbers are going to be announced, and that is for the July, August, September quarter. A CNBC TV18 poll of 10 economists indicates that the economy will shrink by 8.9% compared to year ago. Year ago, in the second quarter, it grew by 4.4%. Not a very great number, but that minus 8.9 is still so much better than the first quarter, the April, May, June quarter, when the economy had contracted by 24%. That is the big lockdown quarter. Now, another way to look at the economy is the GVA, gross value added. From the GDP, you subtract taxes and add subsidies, you will get the gross value added. It's actually just the same as GDP. That's expected to contract by 8.6 by that measure, compared to, of course, minus 23% in Q1. Now, the GDP actually is a combination of the EBITDA of all the companies plus their wages plus taxes. Now, why I'm telling you this is, the GDP number for second quarter originally was expected to be minus 10, minus 12. Ultimately, in the poll, we got only minus 8.9 because the EBITDA of all the companies that reported numbers in the second quarter turned out to be much better than expected, probably because many of them cut costs. EBITDA has grown by 40%. It has really startled this excellent performance in the second quarter on the EBITDA front. The data I quoted, this 40% increase came from JP Morgan, and they told us that because of the second quarter numbers, they have upped their second quarter GDP. And that is true of almost all economists. After the results came, everyone upped their forecast. Now, this is the internals of the GDP. How is the GDP put together? First is agri. By the way, whatever is in yellow is our poll, okay? And whatever is green is the first quarter. Compared to the first quarter and last year, a year ago, agriculture will be positive. It's not been harmed by COVID, but everything else, of course, has been harmed. Mining is expected to be a contraction of 10%, much better than the 23% of the first quarter, which was the lockdown quarter. Manufacturing was terrible in the first quarter. It will still improve, but not much, not by much at all. Electricity is a positive surprise, which means large parts of the economy, especially residential, was normal, so electricity will be positive. And then let's come to construction. Again, construction will be bad. Another point you must note, look at the red number also. Last year, second quarter was also nothing much to write home about, which is one reason why the current second quarter, gets at least some base advantage. Trade, hotels, this number, I got a minus 27, but here most economists will tell you we are not very sure of our numbers because there is no advance indicator. No one knows what the National Statistical Organization looks at to arrive at this number. Transport and hotels, at least you have some idea. They look at, railway freight, airlines, ST buses and stuff like that. Finance, again, most of the banking data, deposits and credit growth is taken into account. But the CSO also looks at margins and stuff like that. Here again, the numbers are not very reliable. Public administration is the one that's actually let the GDP down or let the economy down because the government didn't spend much in the second quarter nor in the first quarter. But of course, this could be a positive because that means they have more money to spend in the second half and they may be able to rev up GDP, which is why we got a fairly good number when we polled people for the full year. The expectation is the government has more firepower. The EBITDA also has grown faster than people expected. So, for the full year, whereas earlier we got negative numbers of minus 10, minus 12, minus 14, now our poll threw up a much smaller contraction for the full year. In fact, compare it with the Reserve Bank's estimate. If you remember, the only official estimate we have is Reserve Bank's. Even that for the full year is a minus 9.5 with a downward bias, which means they were expecting a minus 10%. Chances are it is not going to be all that bad. Okay, so minus 8.9 is what we are expecting. While you may say it is much better than the first quarter, I just want to leave you with one thought. If you look at the quarterly number, we have been declining well before COVID. Look at that. It was in FY19 itself the slowdown had started, and we have given up the 7% number, we gave up the 6%, we have given up the 5%, we gave up even the 4%. So we better worry about growth. The COVID fall apart, there has been a secular slowdown as well in the Indian economy. Let us see what we get If it is minus 8.9, maybe it will be even better. If it is minus 7 or minus 8, then clearly the economic recovery is much better than economists feared.